Yo, what's going on, Phantom Thieves? I don't really want to do an intro for this kind of video. Um, I was trying to figure out how I was gonna address this situation, but I'm just gonna give you guys the context of what we're gonna talk about for a couple of minutes. This is gonna be about wrestling, and if you have been following Twitter or any kind of social media for the past couple of days now, Dark Side of the Ring just released their new episode on WWE's Plane Ride from Hell. We're not going to talk about the video. What I want to talk about is um, creators, content creators, and why I'm really disappointed with wrestling content creators at the moment. And I will be doing some name dropping. Now, let me get this out the way. Just because I'm calling them out doesn't mean I don't like them, but I feel like certain things need to change. And I'm only one person. My channel's small, but I still have people that support me, and this is a pretty serious kind of situation. So my first problem is, and for context, right? Well, let me before I go there, for context, a lot of people that I've seen that are talking about this issue happened in 2002. So it's been a very long time since this has happened, and I want to make it clear, abundantly clear, just because something happens a long time ago does not mean it shouldn't be brought up in the present. But also, people can change. People can change. So I want to say both of those. You never forget the past, or the future is doomed to repeat itself. There's always been that saying: you never forget the past, or future will doom itself to repeat the past. Um, if you, like I said, if you've been keeping up with social media, a lot of people, and this is what confuses my mind, a lot of people that I've seen, and here's where I want to back up my claims. Okay, so Tommy Dreamer has said some in that episode. He said some very questionable things. Now, in America, we are allowed, and you guys will not hear me get political. So this is a very rare occurrence, but in America, we have the ability to speak on what we want. Whether others agree with it or not is a whole different topic I won't get into, but we're allowed to have our views. And in the dark side of the ring, a lot of people, which they have the right to, are now looking at Tommy Dreamer in a different light. But I do want to say, in my opinion, instead of, a lot of people are, what culture wrestling, you know, where's the video about it? Cultaholic and Wrestle Talk. These are the people I'm calling out, and there's a reason. So yesterday, I'm gonna talk about one part of this, okay? So, because I said I wouldn't, but a lot of people made very poor choices on that plane ride, okay? I'm just gonna give a very, very quick synopsis. Ric Flair did some very bad things, okay? Brock Lesnar, Kurt Hennig did some very dangerous things. X-Pac did a dumb thing. There were a lot of wrestlers, you know, Goldust, Dustin Rhodes, whatever you want to call them, did some very bad things, and they may have changed. So I'm not the judge, the jury, nor the executioner. Okay, it's not my job to judge. I've done my fair share. We all have. Okay, so Tommy Dreamer did some very. He said, excuse me, he didn't do. He said some very questionable things in this episode, and here's where my problem lies. He didn't even commit the acts, but people like Wrestle Talk, What Culture, Cultaholic. Look. I was watching this, right. Luke Owen, Denise. I don't dislike them, but he said some very questionable things. But our thumbnails are of Tommy Dreamer. A bad look. unacceptable. We're posting about the man who didn't do the acts. We're posting about the man, okay, what culture you guys did feature Rick. But we're posting and talking more about the man who, and let me get this clear. Let me make this clear. He did say some dumb stuff. But we're talking more about the man who said dumb stuff versus holding accountable the people who did the bad stuff. And maybe there are people out there that are talking more about that, but in the interview, and I'm calling not what culture, Wrestle Talk out, but in that video that the one about the bad look, Denise and Luke really went in on Tommy Dreamer. And my problem with that is, yeah, you're allowed to. But in the Dark Side of the Ring episode, Jim Ross was asked by the interviewer, why didn't Ric Flair get in trouble when everybody else did? And it's like, well, he gets a free pass. Sorry, that's my switch. He gets a free pass because he's Ric Flair. Inadvertently, this is kind of what you guys are doing, is giving Ric Flair a pass because he's Ric Flair. We're talking more about the guy. I'm about to sound like Allen Iverson for you guys know. We're talking about the guy with the bad view. We're not talking about the guys who did the bad acts. We're talking about practice. We ain't talking about the game. The game is the ones that committed the act. Practice is Tommy Dreamer. We're talking about practice. We're not talking about the game. We're not talking about the people who did the bad acts. You guys see where I'm going with this? You guys see where I'm going with this? We're talking about the guy. We're talking more about. Let me say that. We're talking more about the guy who committed no acts, but he had a very divided opinion. He had a very controversial opinion. But we're not talking about the Brock Lesnars, the Ric Flairs. And we know they have this history. There is no opinion about that. This is facts. We're talking more about the guy now who had a bad opinion on the episode. I want y'all, those influencers, the internet wrestling community, I want y'all to have that same energy towards the people who committed the acts. Okay? I'm about to get real controversial here. We'll cancel people like Velveteen Dream, who was never proven guilty. Okay? We'll cancel people like Velveteen Dream who were never proven guilty. But we hold to the highest regard Stone Cold Steve Austin, who, it was a fact, beat the crap out of Deborah. Yeah, he's an abuser. But we'll hold him to the highest regard because he's Stone Cold. But we'll cancel Velveteen Dream because we think we know it all. And I say we as in the internet wrestling community, the wrestling community. Not all of y'all. If it doesn't apply to you, I'm not talking to you. But we'll cancel Velveteen Dream and some of these people because we think we got the right answers, even though we don't have the physical proof. But we'll hold Stone Cold to the highest regards. And Deborah got the proof with them black eyes that we knew she had. Keep the same energy, guys. I'm talking. If it applies to you, I'm talking to you. I'm looking at you right now. Keep that same energy. You understand me? Keep that same energy. Wrestle Talk, WrestleLamia, What Culture, Cultaholic, all these mainstay YouTube content channels that have a voice. You know what I want y'all to do? Don't just cover this kind of story for the views and then never talk about it again. Keep that same energy. The same energy you guys are giving Tommy Dreamer where he needs to be canceled, where you can't look at him the same. I want to hear you guys say that about all them people on that plane that gave that lady hell. That gave some of those wrestlers hell. I want to hear that same energy going forward. Don't just do it now because it's the hot topic. Why do you guys think I don't talk about a lot of this stuff? Because I want to make sure I got that same energy. And from now on, I'm going to come up with a hashtag for every wrestling video that I do. It's going to be in the background. There's going to be a hashtag to support those wrestlers who have been bullied, who have been whatever, harassed, sexually assaulted, whatever. We're going to have a hashtag for them on this channel. But I challenge anybody who's watching this video, keep that same energy. Don't just be mad at Tommy Dreamer right now. If you're going to be mad at him, be mad at him. He can change. He probably has changed. Tommy Dreamer is probably the nicest person in the world. But he had a controversial opinion. But I better see y'all start calling out Ric Flair more, Brock Lesnar, Pot. Y'all better start calling out these people that was giving that woman hell. Dustin. I don't see that same energy replicated. All of this energy is being given to Tommy Dreamer, the man with the bad look. Where's the energy? And one more thing, right? For people like Velveteen Dream, since I spoke on him, I still don't know if he's guilty. But a lot of y'all channels, and I'm going to call y'all out, What Culture and Wrestle Talk, y'all bashed Velveteen Dream in y'all videos. Even if you didn't bash him, y'all spoke down on him like y'all had the inside scoop that y'all knew he was guilty. How come y'all didn't make a follow-up video to say, you know what, guys, we might have spoke on him, but we don't have the proof to say he is guilty? Keep that same energy. If y'all don't have the proof, don't speak down on another man just because everybody's coming together. Oh, we have the proof. If you have the proof, show it. Keep that same energy. That might be a hashtag. Hashtag keep that same energy. But the internet wrestling community, if y'all are going to go after one person, start going after them all. If you're going to be mad at Tommy Dreamer's bad take, be pissed off that Stone Cold beat his wife. And I'll be a hypocrite. I watch Stone Cold, I give the people a stunner in WWE 2K20 and stuff, but I didn't forget what he did. I have them all. I have sisters. I have all that. What if that was them? What if that was one of yours? Your wife, your mom, your aunt, whatever. That Stone Cold gave a black eye to. Yeah, he can change. Once again, let me not be a hypocrite. He can change, but y'all don't ever have that same energy for the top guys. Maybe Tommy Dreamer's the throwaway guy because he's just Tommy Dreamer. But keep that same energy for everybody. If we want wrestling to change, if we want to make sure this stuff does not happen, never forget the past. But make sure it doesn't repeat itself. You got to start calling out all these people fairly. And if somebody is accused of something, Enzo Amore, y'all ain't ready to have that conversation. I've yet to see any wrestling channel actually be like, you know what, guys, we had covered Enzo getting fired from WWE. Maybe it was because of attitude, but it was also that rape allegation that was never proven. I never saw any channel come back and say, you know what, there was no evidence, so we apologize to Enzo for, making it seem like he was guilty. One more time, keep that same energy. That's all I'm saying. Let me know what you guys think of what I said in the comments, guys. Subscribe if you enjoy the content. But wrestling community, we got to do better. Keep that same energy going forward. I'm out.